Oh boy. Welcome back everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. What? I'm trying to do this. What do you want? Well, I look stupid. I look stupid. That's real professional. Thanks a lot. Oh, so Eli Drake can go out there like this with the whole bandana thing, but I can't. I look stupid. Whatever. You know what? Fine. I look stupid? Fine. Cowboy up. There we go. How about that? Better? Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here. I am never getting you any Eli's cakes. That's a fact, dummy. Enough of that. All right. Bound for Glory this Sunday. Hey, I'll I'll start it off by saying, you know what? I haven't been excited about an Impact pay per view probably since Mick Foley was going for the title. Put that in your date book. That goes back quite a few dates, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean the card looks good. Now normally I'd be talking about the go home show, and I'm gonna touch on it. I had a very sad phone call while I was watching the go home show that was on earlier tonight. That's why it took me so long to get on here. So I some of it went in one ear and out the other. I'll touch on some stuff and then I'll go through the card of Bound for Glory. There were parts of the show that did feel like a go home show. For example, the ending, solid. The top tag teams versus the champ and the number one contender. That's fine. That's legit. That's something I would expect from, a go home show, leading up to the big thing. That's fine. Some people don't like stuff like that, and depending on who it is, for me personally, it works either way. This, I felt it was okay. It was like a big clash. Some people like the classic way of nobody touches anybody until, for like a month, and sometimes, hey, if if everybody can cut tremendous promos, sometimes that works. In this case, this worked. This was okay because these guys, people want to see LAX kicking ass. People want to see the champ kicking ass. People want to see the tag champs kicking ass, OVE. People want to see Johnny Mundo kicking ass. So it was all, it was fine. The one thing that didn't exactly click was the opening stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the international matches. I love it when they're doing that. What didn't make sense, now they had the top team out in the ring later, cutting a promo how they're going to destroy wrestling or whatever. Dan Lambert going off, which was like, I don't know. I just he needs to go. He really needs to go. I can't. Oh my goodness. He needs to take all of his wrestling knowledge and just go bye-bye. I loved seeing the Noah match, but it didn't fit in this episode. For me personally, it's like if something happened over in Japan that was pertinent for this rivalry between Moose and Lashley, like okay, for a perfect example, Moose is in this match in Japan, tag match, singles match, whatever, and then Lashley attacks him shockingly over in Japan. What's Lashley doing here? Something like that. That would have made sense. But just the tag match in Japan with Moose and these other, again, no offense, I didn't keep track of Yes, you can come in here. Come on. Come on in. It's Rocky. Doesn't matter when I do it. In the morning, afternoon, or in this case, one at night. You never know when they're going to. Hi. Yeah, come on up. Say hi. My kitties all got to be famous. This is Rocky. Say hi. The big kitty. There, you got your 2 seconds of fame. You feel better? Is that it? That's it. He just had to get his face in there and steal the show. What are you going to do? It's life with cats. All right, back to this. So, yeah, overall, the show was okay. I'm not going to say the show was bad. There were just parts of the show that really fit with a go-home show and some that didn't. And everything in between the start and finish is kind of a blur, like I said, that phone call I was dealing with. One final thing, and this was funny, and I'd have to go back and see exactly who was listed in the match. Okay, maybe that's where I got it wrong, but there were 7 X Division guys out there, and it was called a 6-way. So I don't know if some of Trevor Lee's guys were not part of the match. They were just out there. I don't know. But they kept calling it a 6-way, and there were 7 guys out there. My math ain't good, but I can count to 7. So whatever. I was just like, wait a minute. Whatever. Not a big deal. Like I said, maybe I just didn't follow exactly who was supposed to be in the match, and there were just extra guys out there. All right, let's get into this. This is the card for this Sunday's Bound for Glory. And like I said, I have not been excited for an Impact pay-per-view since Mick Foley was going for the championship. I don't remember who's he facing. Jarrett? I think he was facing Jarrett. Gosh, that's a while ago. Holy crap. I'll have to go look on the new GWN app thing, whatever they're plugging. And I'm pretty sure I said something to the effect after Mick didn't win on that pay-per-view that I would never buy another one. Well, I'm going to watch this Sunday. So, whatever. So yeah, let's get into the card. We'll kind of go from the this is courtesy of ringsidenews.com. And then if it's not too late, I'll touch on the actually, you know what? I'll touch on it now, then I'll get into the card. Just bear with me. I know there's been a lot of negativity thrown at Impact, a lot of negative things being said this week because there's a lot of releases from the company going public. And some of them I apologize, I don't remember. It was mentioned Marcel Rocket, I think was his name. Excuse me if I'm screwing these up. I know there was one of the knockouts that was released. Couple surprises. Brian Hebner, longtime ref, asked for his release and was granted it. And I don't know if some of this is just because of they didn't want to go do tapings in Canada or something. I'm not sure. I don't know all the details. I'm sure it'll come out eventually. Rockstar Spud, that was a surprise. Apparently he asked for his a few weeks ago, and the news just came out within the last day or so. I'm missing something. Oh, there's also rumors about James Storm possibly leaving soon. Not going to entertain that too much. If it happens, it happens. He's gone back and forth before. It's called, hey, whatever's, he's a family man. Whatever's good for him and his family, you know? Not going to knock him. All I know is that his contract comes up at the end of the year from what I've heard. So we'll see. I know a lot of people want to see Beer Money get back together. Let me tell you, I wouldn't mind seeing it myself, to be honest. But we'll see. He's one of the last originals. Not too many left. Rockstar Spud got his release, and apparently a lot of it stems back from the old regime of TNA screwed up his visa, something to that effect. So he couldn't work for him, and he wasn't getting paid. So yeah, I mean, I'd be upset with that too. You know, I'd be upset. And if I'm not under contract and I'm not getting paid, let her go, you know? And I'm hearing some things that he might be WWE bound. We'll see. I think he'd be good for the cruiserweight division. Certainly has a lot of talent, ton of charisma. He can cut a promo, and he sure can move in the ring. And God knows it'd be better than watching him versus Hornswoggle. Jeez Louise. So yeah, I put him on 205 Live. Heck yeah. Why not? As far as the others, you know, I'm not going to say too much about it. Well, Brian Hebner was a surprise. You know, he's been with them forever. So I don't know what's the details all behind that. As far as others, you know, some may say they were cutting dead weight, you know, or they just didn't have anything for them. Some of it's more of an enhancement talent, and they're not meant to get a big push, so they just kind of fall by the wayside. And I'm not saying they don't have talent. I'm not saying that. You know, they wouldn't have been brought in if they didn't have talent. But if you don't have anything for them, then yeah, just cut them loose and hopefully, you know, go on to greener pastures, or it's just another step in the road of their professional wrestling career. You know, it's, you know, people say, oh, well, it's a horrible thing. Well, not always. You know, let's try to look on the bright side of things. Even though with these releases, I mean, and that people look like this, like, oh, TNA Impact is losing so many people. Okay, that happens everywhere and anywhere. Okay, Impact gets more focused because they get crapped on a lot more. They always got a lot of stuff against them. I mean, you know, WWE cuts people. Ring of Honor lets people go. It happens everywhere. It's news. It shouldn't be a focal point. You know, some idiots out there are like, oh, is there going to be anybody left for Bound for Glory? Shut up. It's sold out, okay? You know, they wouldn't be selling out their biggest show of the year. Granted, it's in a smaller venue. I haven't heard the seat size. I've heard 500. I've heard 1,000. I've heard anywhere in between. I don't care. I just want a solid show. That's all I want. And I'm excited for the card. So, you know what? Let's get into it. First off, Team Impact versus Team AAA. EC3, Eddie Edwards, and James Storm versus Phantasma. I know there's a longer name to it. I just call him Phantasma. Pagano and Tejano. You're back. And you left. All right. Good seeing you. Nothing too No big gimmick behind this. It's just a 3-on-3 Team Impact versus Team AAA. And I've thoroughly enjoyed all the stuff that I've seen lately from the influx of talent from AAA, from Taya to Mundo. Excuse me, Johnny Impact. That's Lucha Underground. Yeah, shut up. These three guys, Phantasma, Pagano, Tejano. I would have loved to seen Drago involved in this show somehow. Maybe they'll bring him back. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But Drago was a lot of fun as well. Another favorite of mine from Lucha Underground. And this is a tough one. I'm just, and I've talked about this before. Part of me really wanted to see a James Storm versus Tejano match, like in a bull rope match. That I think would have been a classic. And that's not to say that won't happen more at the tapings. If the AAA guys come back, I hope they do. But we'll see, This next set of tapings is going to be like another whole new beginning for the company because it's Canada-based now, from what I've heard. I don't know. I don't know who really to root for here. I mean, as much as I like, James Storm and Edwards and EC3, I think I got to root for Team AAA on this one. I think I do. And that's my love for, Lucha Underground shining through as well in that pick. So, we're going to go with Team AAA on this one. The Red Wedding match. Red Wedding. I've heard it's a first blood match. Now, you don't hear about too many first blood matches with women, but these are not your average knockouts. You're not your average, not your average women. Rosemary versus Taya Valkyrie. This and a couple others are. This could very well steal the show. This match right here. I think these two are going to have a knockdown, drag out. These two are going to go all out for this one. And as good as wrestlers as these two are, this is going to be more of a fight. So I think this is going to be anything goes. I could be wrong, but from what I've heard, it's a first blood match, which means you just throw all the rules out the door and try to destroy the other person, make him bleed. So, yeah. As far as a pick, oh man. I think I'm going to be picking a lot of AAA picks here, I think. I'm going to go with Taya on this one. Yeah. Picking Taya. Monsters Ball match between Abyss. Abyss is back. Oh, where are Park keeping Abyss at? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. Versus Grado. This has been comical. It's been a little silly, and it's been a little, but nonetheless, Abyss is an old school favorite of mine as far as this brand goes. Impact, TNA, whatever. So I'm I'm going to go with Abyss on this one. And I'm guessing it might be the farewell of Grado then. I could be wrong. But we'll see. But nonetheless, as far as this match, barring the rest of the crazy storyline, whether Grado's going or not, I think Abyss is going to take this one. 6 Sides of Steel tag team match. And this is one that I'm not, well, I was not as excited about earlier, but that they made it a 6 Sides of Steel match. And there have been some pretty crazy knockdown, drag out, good matches in the 6 Sides of Steel. So that made me a little more excited for this match. But it's Moose and Stephan Bonnar versus Lashley and King Mo. A little bit of MMA, a little bit of pro wrestling. Man, I gotta think that Moose and Stephan Bonnar gotta go over here. You know, it's been a big rivalry. It's just not been one of my favorites. Like I said, the match that I wanted for Bound for Glory was just Moose versus Lashley in a knockdown, drag-out fight. You know? Put them in the 6 Sides of Steel. Just have them with weapons or whatever. You know, have them just destroy each other. But whatever. It is what it is. We get the King Mo brought back. Can't remember the last time we saw him. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. And Stephan Bonnar, well, he's a classic UFC face, so whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, I think I'm going to pick, even though I'm not very excited about this one, we'll go with Moose and Stephan Bonnar. Now this next one is going to be tough. Impact X Division Championship. Trevor Lee, champion, defending against, I think this is a 6-way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Trevor Lee, champ, defending against Desmond Xavier, the X Cup winner. Matt Sydal, ring veteran, Petey Williams, another veteran, Sanjay Dutt, and Garza Jr., Mr. Rip Off My Pants. No, I'm not asking you to rip off my pants. Garza rips off his... Unreal. Yeah, this is a tough one because part of me really wants to see Petey Williams, you know, run the X Division again. Part of me also really wants to see Desmond Xavier win that. Well, he won the X Cup, and I also wanted to see him get that championship, but he just won tonight, and in Pro Wrestling Go Home Theory 101, whoever wins, and I'm going to contradict this in a few matches anyways, but whatever. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Whoever wins on the Go Home show does not win on the pay-per-view. So in theory, Desmond Xavier won tonight, so he's not going to win at the pay-per-view. I know I'm going to stick my foot in the mouth in a minute, but just bear with me. So yeah, I think we're going to go with we're just going to go with Petey Williams. I would love to see that. Although Garza Jr., don't even get me started. Anyways, Yeah, we're gonna go with Petey Williams on that one. Shut up. Oh, God. Impact World Tag Team Championships in a 51-50 street fight. Everyone gets involved, even the audience members, the fans. Bring the weapons. No, it's not that kind of match. But you know, this has it's not just the two LAX guys against the two OVE guys, the two Chris brothers, who are the champs, who are defending, by the way. Apparently Homicide is booked for the match. And I've been saying it's about damn time he gets involved. I mean, he's gotten involved, but he hasn't had a match. So apparently he's going to be in this match. And I don't know why he hasn't been around. In the one conference call that had LAX in it, Conan kind of tiptoed around it, couldn't really give a straight answer on it. He basically didn't know why. So I don't know if Homicide is just banged up and he just wanted to be there, so they used him as just part of the crew to keep him safe. I don't know. I don't know. That's just a guess. That's a theory of mine. But as far as other family getting involved in this match, and I've talked a little bit about this before, but if you didn't catch it, I'll bring it up again. There is a certain someone from Ohio who is coming to assist the Chris brothers in defending the Impact World Tag Team Championships. He's been called many things over the years. His most recent name on television was Jeremiah Crane. He's also gone by the name of Solomon Crow in his cup of coffee with NXT in the WWE. He is the Death Machine. The only Sami Callihan is going to be there on Sunday. This is going to be one of the highlights for me on Sunday, is seeing this guy show up. And don't get mad because it's a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. Okay? They showed him in the promo last week, and if you couldn't tell who it was and you didn't know, well, then you didn't know it. But you know what? Now you do. And now that you do know, you should be excited about it. And if you don't know why, just wait. Or go search it on YouTube, like I've said a million times on here. You won't be disappointed, folks. The guy brings 1,000% every match. There's no one like him, all right? That's all I'm going to say. You won't be disappointed. So who's going to win? Oh, man. That's a tough one. Hey, and that might not be the only guys showing up. There might be more. I have a feeling. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I'm just going to throw this out there. If anybody else was going to show up, I'd want it to be AR Fox. Okay? Or Dante Fox, who just had a hell of a run in Lucha Underground. Now, I don't know what his contract is. I don't know. what his availability is. But I know he's also been associated with Sami Callihan and the Chris brothers. So if I was going to pick anyone else, I'd pick him. There's also rumors about Brian Cage coming. I read that somewhere. I'm not putting a lot of weight on it. I'm just saying I read it somewhere, but we'll see. Hey, who knows? The whole Lucha Underground posse will show up. Who knows? Minus the dead Dario Cueto. Oh, wouldn't that be funny if Dario showed up on Sunday? I'd probably fall out of my damn chair. All right. Who's gonna win? Let's just say OVE. OVE wins. Why not? What the hell? The Impact Knockouts Championship, the three-way women's match for the title. Sienna, the champion, defending against Allie and Gail. Used to be a four-way. Used to good. But no more Taryn Terrell. She was the first of many to be let go over the course of this last week. And, yeah, you know what? I wanted to see that last big battle between Taryn Terrell and Gail Kim. And for whatever reasons, I've heard a few different things. It is what it is. But these three, I know, are going to knock it out of the park. And this is Gail Kim's last run. I know she's going to be done at the end of the year. She's retiring from professional wrestling. So why not go out on top, get that championship one more time? Doesn't mean she's going to keep it till the end of the year. She may hand it off to someone else during the tapings, or she may lose it to someone at the tapings. I don't know. The possibilities are endless, folks. Let's just say Gail Kim wins. Why not? Happy ending, right? Why not? Oh, boy. And here's where I put my foot in my mouth. Shut up. Yeah. You're back. I just gave you treats right before I went live. You're back again? All right. Rocky's back. Want to say hi? No? Okay. Little stinker. The Impact Global Championship. Another thing that's going to be interesting is to see if the belts change on Sunday. I've talked about that a little bit before. I have a feeling they will, because GFW is no longer part of the company, along with Jeff Jarrett and or Karen. So I'm sure the championships are going bye-bye. So don't be surprised if we see a whole new string of championships this Sunday. Who knows? I don't remember what they all distinctly said on them. I'm sure some say Impact. I'm sure some say Global. So who knows? I don't know. But I think we are going to see a new championship again. Or they might just bring back the old TNA. Who knows? Quietly. Nothing would surprise me anymore. Who knows? But this one, I'm sure, is going to tear down the house this Sunday. Going for the big one, Eli Drake, the champ, defending against Johnny Impact. These two, and we've already seen bits and pieces of that already. These two can go. I've been a fan of Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo, dating back to his early days of John Morrison, Johnny Nitro. And seeing seeing him shine across 3 seasons of Lucha Underground, seeing him kick all sorts of ass down south of the border in AAA, and then his introduction recently at the start of this last bunch of tapings in the Impact Zone with the introduction of Johnny Impact has made me so happy. One of my favorite, folks. One of my favorites. But in the process of watching this, I've also gotten to know and appreciate the champ, who is Eli Drake. So, as much as I dig Eli Drake and want to see him continue his reign as champ, I cannot honestly sit by and tell you that this Sunday I'm not going to be rooting for someone else. Of course I'm going to be rooting for someone else. Johnny Impact. And I have a feeling they might play it safe this Sunday and not do anything. But I have a feeling we're going to see the introduction of someone else at the side of Johnny Impact. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But someone just asked for his walking papers down in AAA. Someone who has been at the side of Johnny Mundo down in AAA for a long time now, helping him retain and fight off people and just destroy everyone in general. And I've talked about him on here before. And if you pay attention to my videos, you know who I'm talking about. And if you don't, you'll find out on Sunday. I'm not going to say it, because if I say it, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to zip it. We'll leave it at that. If it happens, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to talk about it. But if I say it, if I say his name, I'm going to jinx it. I know it. So I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. We're just going to leave that at that. And that's it, folks. That's my predictions for this Sunday's Bound for Glory. Thank you for watching. Ring that bell for notifications. Give the vid a like. Give the channel a sub. We are on the road to 400 big ones, baby. 400 subs. We are, I don't know what we're at. 10 away, 9 away. We're getting close. We're getting close, folks. So share it with your friends. Share it on the Twitbox and InstaTube and all the social medias out there. And oh man. So put in the comments below. Let me know who you think is going to win this Sunday. Are you stoked for the card? Are you not stoked for the card? Let me know. Talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah. And depending on what all happens Sunday night, I may or may not do a live results one right afterwards. We'll see. We'll see. Or it may be just early in the week. We'll see how that night goes. You never know. But nonetheless, I definitely will be talking about it after it all goes down at some point or another. We'll see you down the road for that one. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about next on here. We'll see. But if I'm not on here again, you all have a tremendous weekend, folks. Have a good one.